in
Right.
school. So if you're not doing well in the gymnasium, so they would send you to the Realschule or Sonderschule,
Okay.
depending on how you're doing.
Okay. Okay. So you can go. So I guess one interesting question is how is there a difference in your eyes in terms of whether you go to one school versus the other? Is one better than the other in your eyes, or generally in society there is one group looked upon better or lesser or anything like that?
Yes, because same as in Canada, it there's a difference if you're working in the trades or if you're a professor at a university, right? So if you graduate in the gymnasium, you can go to the university rather than graduating in the Realschule and going into the trades or the Sonderschule. They usually end up on jobs that don't even require education.
Okay.
So those are the difference. Yeah, there's differences. Yeah.
Okay. How many people were in the schools that you went to?
Oh boy. The public school.
Yeah.
There's usually two classes of the same grade, I believe. So I
Okay.
grew up in a small village in Germany. So let's say
what state were you in, or province?
it's a province called Rhineland-Pfalz.
Okay.
I can give you the name later.
Okay, sure. And then?
Yeah. And I remember we had, for example, we had two classes of grade 3s,
Okay.
two classes of grade 2s. It depends where you live, how many students live in that village or city or whatever. Yeah.
Okay. What about you?
Yeah, we went to the same school, so it's pretty similar.
Oh, you went to the same school?
Yeah,
Oh,
so
interesting.
did I.
Oh, you same school?
Yeah.
Oh,
Same
very
town.
interesting. Okay, so I'm in the same place. All right. So, on percentage-wise, how many people? What percentage of students went to Realschule versus gymnasium or what have you? Did most of the people go one place or the other?
Most of the kids, students went to Realschule.
Okay.
Because after you graduate in Realschule, you can actually take some extra courses to get up to the academic level of the gymnasium school.
Okay.
So depending on how you did there, you could actually go back into gymnasium school or go straight into college to take some trades program or whatever you decide to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's probably easier then to get into Realschule and then, based on your grades, get into gymnasium.
Yes.
For some students. Okay, very interesting. All right. How important is it to have an education at all? Like to go to either the Sonderschule, Realschule, or gymnasium?
Well, depending on what school you go to, it depends what career path you'll be taking. So there's only certain jobs you can have after you graduate in Realschule or Sonderschule. So it very much depends what school you go to, and that depends where you end up later on in life.
Okay.
Kind of thing.
So if you end up graduating from Realschule, for example, and later on in life you decide you want to go into gymnasium, is there a manner in which you can do that?
I believe there's transfer programs.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can get up to the standard of the other school.
Okay. And that's for adults essentially, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Now, is it common in your province to have most of the students go to Realschule, like you mentioned, versus other provinces where the majority of students may have gone to gymnasium or Sonderschule?
I wouldn't know that statistic.
Okay.
Because we immigrated to Canada when I was 13 years old.
Okay.
So I only finished grade 7.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
but the school I was going to was Realschule,
Uh-huh.
and that's where most of the kids went to.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. How big was your school when you went to Realschule?
The amount of students I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's okay. Would you say that there is more value placed on a vocational education or university? Which one is more? Like, would people value or say it's more important to eventually go through the gymnasium and go to university, or go through Realschule and become a master trades person in one sort of the other?
In Germany, a lot of students, the education is somewhat free
Okay.
in universities.
Okay.
So a lot of students end up going to universities,
Mm-hmm.
and there's also a huge amount of students going into the trades,
Okay.
because as we know, Germany is a high industrialized country,
Mm-hmm.
so there's lots of industrial jobs.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a need for those tradesmen.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people go into trades, but obviously people value more if you go to the university, get a degree. Yeah.
Okay. So there is that sense of value of a university versus Realschule going to a trade.
Yes.
Okay. What about you guys? You feel the same way?
I believe so, yeah, because I don't really know anything like about that. I kind of just know like how it branches off to the 3 other schools. But
Right.
yeah.
Okay. When you guys were there, did you do beyond grade 4?
I finished grade 3,
Three?
and then I moved to Canada.
Oh, okay.
I finished grade 4, but yeah, that's it.
Did you have any idea, or did your parents have any idea of where you were gonna go?
I was gonna go on like the hands-on the Realschule.
Realschule?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. So is it free for the 3 different schools, the Sonderschule, Realschule, and the Gymnasium? Is that free as well?
Yes, it's all government funded.
So all the education is government funded?
Yeah.
Wow.